you've mentioned Markstrom a couple of times, and I find because we do this thing every day, and we feel okay. Lindholm is that's a Tanev, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
and then it's what about Markstrom? Well, we don't. Well, no one knows. He's got a no move. He's got term left on his contract. That's hard to move, but I think they would eat money if the deal's right. And there's no doubt that of all the players we talk about, no one, I think, would make a greater impact for the team that gets him, and no trade would have a greater haul for the Flames. It would be a blockbuster.
Yeah.
But we don't spend a whole lot of time on it because it could be much ado about nothing.
And complicated. So you guys tell me, I don't know this. Does Markstrom have children?
Just had his first last spring. Started playing well after the first arrived.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got complications in his life. And it's especially players who are protected with the no trade, no moves and all of that. They run the show. They 100% run the show. And managers are sensitive, not because of the trade protection, about life and the upheaval and all of that. There will be a conversation with Jacob Markstrom, if it hasn't already happened, between now and March 8th, especially if Calgary continues to drift back. I mean, it feels like every week we keep talking about the next couple of games for the Flames, the next couple of, let's see how they do here. Let's see how they do. Well, last night was not a good indication of the direction that the Flames are going in here. What are they, 6-7 points out of a wild card spot?
Yeah.
They're back to a game under 500.
They won 4 in a row, and then they lost 4 in a row. So you start to think they can, and then, no, they can't.
So it feels like, if it hasn't happened yet, it will after the All-Star, soon after the All-Star, where Conroy is going to have a level of interest. The teams that are legit interested in Markstrom. And he's going to go to the agent, Newport, or directly to the player and say, you're in the driver's seat. What do you want to do? Are you interested in us furthering conversations with team X, Y, and Z? And if Jacob says, yeah, I'm interested. I want to play. I want to go to a contending team because I want to chase the Stanley Cup. Well, then discussions turn to negotiations and likely he gets traded. Until that happens, I'm in the other camp that thinks that this is more likely an off-season thing, if at all.
That would fit the family thing too. It's tough to move on days notice and leave, wife really and newborn rather than, we've got a full summer to do this. Could this be a draft week thing? That is the other window. We see huge deals. It's deadline and then leading into the draft, right?
Agreed. So, definitely this is where we struggle in the world of creating these trade bait graphics and lists and all of that, because how can you not have Markstrom's name on that graphic? But if you knew 100% he was in play, he'd be top 5.
I was going to say, how do you put him on there and then not have him at the top or near the top?
100%. How can you not?
And he might be a hard no on even getting dealt anyway. You're going in blind, right?
So guys like me, who my job is to separate fact from fiction. And I fight the guys at TSN all the time because, and not the other insiders, the producers who want to sell these sexy names on these graphics because we've got to create an entertainment package. Yeah. I'm like, okay, hold on a sec, but I honestly don't think he's getting traded. So there's a negotiation at our level as to where we put these players on the list. So one we'll keep an eye on.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.